I was going for a dog walk recently. Started going for a wee on a tree, right?
And you saw the Illuminati
then I started hugging the tree.
What, the tree that you just pissed on?
I felt something, right? I felt...
grinding against the tree.
On this topic that I was mentioning earlier about touch, right? Is it that you can...
Sorry.
Welcome back to Wafflin. Now, Malfoy, I actually love you. No, I actually do.
Love you, babe.
You said, leading up to this show, that you had something you really wanted to start everything off with. Now, what is it, bruv? We're all waiting.
You did say that. We've got the receipts.
Yeah, I know, but I sort of got excited about it a little bit too much. I started telling everyone on Friday. I actually ended up going to the fellas' party.
Yeah?
Way too hammered.
Really?
It was like, you know, the big summer blowout after an Ironman or a
What,
half
you did
Ironman?
loads and loads of bag?
I didn't realise you did an Ironman.
XIX vodka really hits different.
Okay.
Like, I was throwing up in the toilets, felt like arse the next day, went to pitch side. But anyways, on that night, something mad happened.
What?
So has anything ever happened to you boys when like there's no cameras rolling and no one's seen it, but you know that's happened?
No.
As in like I don't know.
I got spiked with Ket on my birthday. Like, not this year, but like 1 year.
Spiked.
No, I did.
Oh no, where'd it go?
Oopsie! No, this geezer that looks like Harry Kane. I think he thought I was trying to steal his girl.
Harry Kane
And then
you with
he just... And then he just put it in my drink. Damo saw it.
So yeah, and
What, he didn't tell you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, drink your drink, mate.
No, yeah.
Why would he not tell you?
I don't know, but I ended up in...
Oh, you were like,
back of the
ooh,
club.
I better not drink this drink.
Yeah, and I was holding on to the urinal. Like, you know when you climb in the urinal?
What?
Yeah, like, as in, it happened. Anyways, we're not making it all
when you
about
climb in
me.
the urinal.
No one's ever done that before.
You know,
We're
when,
not-
when you go for, you know, when you...
What do you mean climb in the
it's because,
urinal?
I know why.
Oh, because he's little. He's got to climb
got-
up onto
got
it.
jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like falling all over the gaff. Anyways, we're not making this all about me and feeding my main character syndrome. I've seen the comments and it's true. I know it's true.
No,
but
I want to
anyways,
know more about you accidentally.
no, but apparently I just talk about myself the whole time and I don't want to just do that. At the same time, I don't apologise for anything because I've been going through it.
Yeah.
Now, Theo, tell me your story.
Well, as I was saying, as if, like, you know, like, I don't know, as an example, like you walk in, you just like, I don't know, kick your chewing gum and it goes in the bin.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, those kind of things that
Yeah, you
happen.
feel cool.
You feel very cool, right? So, you know, George Clark.
Yeah?
Yeah, nice guy, very demure, very cutesy. And we were both waiting for the toilet.
Yeah.
And you know when you do a dap, like a,
Yeah.
you know when you like,
No, you dap him up. Yeah.
yeah,
you
dap
know,
him
dap.
up. We
Yeah,
went,
yeah.
oh, should we just dap it up?
Yeah.
The cleanest dap I have ever heard in my life. This echoed through the halls like it was so loud. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot.
No way.
I know it doesn't sound like a lot. I'd swear to God it doesn't sound like a lot. But that feeling of the connection, I haven't stopped thinking about it. I told everyone on Friday night. Saturday is all I could talk about. But you must have had that moment in your life where you just have the cleanest connection.
I've had better moments.
No, but there was something about it that we looked at each other and we're like, did that just happen? No, I can't.
That's the big story.
No, it was. I
Saved
didn't
for
say
the
it was a big
podcast.
story. I just
You
said.
text us, mate, at like 1 a.m. last night, like, boys, I know exactly how I'm starting the podcast. Right, well, that was
No,
it.
but can you imagine? Like this was like it echoed through eternity.
And did you feel like sexual things?
There were
'Cause
things
I know
that-
you get this.
there
bruv,
were-
where you look at boys in the eye.
We did have
and
a
you
moment.
feel slight things in your knob. And I know you
Projecting.
do. No, you do.
Projecting.
Right, because you've felt it with Stannard, and you've also felt it when you looked at me one time.
What?
Mate, you literally get your knob out and ween in your boys' mouths.
No, I don't.
You did.
So what I'm asking is, did you find yourself attracted to George Clark as a result of this?
In that moment, yes.
And how did you act upon it?
We just sort of like looked at each other like, do we ever talk about this ever again? Does this like how do we move forward? How can you get beyond what just happened? Because that connection, it was like, you know when like Voldemort and Harry Potter did the one thing and it went. You must know. You're taking the piss, but you know what I'm talking about. When you have that connection, it's the cleanest.
What, with another blow?
It's the cleanest dap of all time.
Yeah.
I've had some good daps before, but I've never told anyone about it.
Nah, but I can't stop thinking about it.
So that's
Still.
good, man. No, that is actually really good.
It's Thursday. This happened on Friday.
It's almost a week ago, yeah.
But speaking of getting hammered, right? you didn't plan on doing that, did you?
No,
But
XIX.
you also didn't stop yourself from doing it. You didn't restrict yourself and go, hi, my name's Theo Baker. I'm not allowed to dip myself in things that are potentially toxic,
And I'll tell you why.
right? You actually let yourself be loose and go with the flow of life.
I let loose because I haven't done it in so long because obviously I did a half Ironman, guys. So I've not really divulged into getting absolutely white girl wasted. So I said, fuck it. Let's play drinking games. Let's play arrogance. But XIX does hit different, and the hangover is just the worst of all kinds.
But can I ask, did you regret it?
Oh, the biggest regret of my life.
Really? Because me and Luke were talking about something on the way up here of like this discipline culture that is now like everywhere, where it's like no one drinks, no one can do this, and you get to a certain age, almost all of us, and it's like, well, you can't let your hair down and get smashed and just eat whatever. It's all about being absolutely on it all the time. And obviously his nan died,
Irrelevant.
right? And he said,
No.
he said, it's
It is
relevant.
actually relevant. It is relevant.
Don't laugh. He said that she's going to look back on her life knowing that she let her hair down. She had a bev. She liked drinking, so, you know, with the granddad that also liked drinking. Do we want to look back and go, all we did is restrict ourselves, never did things that, you know, really just let our hair down and
only
have
went to run
fun?
clubs.
Mate, and this
And do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This thought all stemmed from a conversation that we had with one of the boys, who I won't mention for reasons that are about to become obvious.
Oh.
And he went to a festival over the weekend.
I know
and
exactly
said-
who this is.
I went to Boundary as well. It was Boundary Festival, Brighton. I went there.
And he went there and was like, I wasn't going to drink, like I wasn't going to do anything. Then we got to pre-drinks and someone was DJing on the decks, and I was like, fuck it, and just bosh some Mandy.
He did loads of Mandy.
And he said,
loads
like-
of Mandy.
I know who this is.
He said, I had the best night. He didn't drink very much, but like still did loads of Mandy. And then was like, woke up the next day and was like, I'm so glad I went. Like he was like, part of me was like, why would I want to go to a festival that's full of like 18, 19-year-olds and like get involved like that? Well,
Why would you want to go to that?
and then he just did that and had the best time, right? And he didn't look back and regret that moment.
He looked back and was like, I'm glad I did that. Whereas I went to the festival and
It
raw
wasn't
dogged
him.
it. Right?
It wasn't
It
him.
wasn't me. It was another mate in our group, right? And he did loads of Mandy. I didn't drink or do any drugs or anything like that. I still had a good time. But we're getting at the point of like, should you just fuck it and do these things? Even if like deep down you almost tell yourself off. It's like me having a coffee after what I said about, you know, quitting coffee. If I have a coffee, my mind goes, oh, I'm letting myself down.
Did you just have coffee?
I did. And do you want to know why? It's because I actually want to practice doing things that where I've almost conditioned my mind to like punish itself and tell itself off if I do these things, like having a pizza, like having a coffee, like maybe kicking my chewing gum into a bush.
There you go.
Right? Because
Yeah.
if you get used to doing these things and not punishing yourself, but almost having a bit of a balance where it's like, yeah, I can have one coffee, not 8. I can have one pizza, not a blowout and a big binge. I can go to the festival and do the Mandy. I actually probably won't do that because I reckon I've got bipolar and all sorts of other things where it's not good for. But that thing of discipline culture not dominating our entire existence and making us regret our younger years because we didn't let ourselves be free and just have some careless fun.
Think back to the top 10 moments in your life, funny moments, top 10 funny moments. How many of them are you not drunk in?
I don't know.
I bet you're pissed in all of it.
A lot of funny moments happen at
about
night.
them.
But that's where the balance of life has to come into play, right?
100%.
Like me and my girlfriend, we both woke up. She left at 8 a.m. I don't know how she did that. I have never felt so rough in my life. Regretted everything. Had an amazing night. Felt like shit.
Didn't regret it.
No, I've regretted. I realized like every now and again doing that. I don't like being sick, but every now and again, I don't recommend that. But every now and again, having a big summer blowout is fine.
When you say blowout, it does sound like you're sniffing slugs of gear.
Oh no!
Like, is that what you're doing?
Why is that the first thing that comes to your
Mate,
mind?
a big blowout. A blowout is
It does
blowing
sound
on
like that.
blow. Blow is gear. Coke?
They say it in The Simpsons. Big summer blowout. Yahoo!
Do they?
Yeah, Yahoo! Big summer blowout.
Well, I like Capital FM jingle belt ball. Summertime ball.
Don't act like you don't know what that is.
Wait, what are we getting at?
My point is, they say it in Sweden. Anyways, I had a great night. I got very drunk. I went to Old Street Records. Haven't done that in a
That's
very
why you got mugged.
Yeah, so I overcame a fear and went back.
Well done.
Yep. But my point is, I look back on that night and I think that's fine to do every now and again. once or twice. You know, once or twice a year.
Once or
But I don't-
twice a year, like that to me even sounds like a piss take. You
But
literally said you had an amazing night, and you're like, I'm only going to.
No. But I say no. I'm not saying that. Don't twist my words.
That's
It's not
exactly what you
not-
just said.
No, getting to the point where
Fill
I'm
up the
throwing
tape.
up, head in the toilet, feeling like shit the next day. I do not want to do.
No, okay, that's different.
But however,
do you think you got to that point because you let yourself do it very
I
regularly?
think 'cause I hadn't drank in ages, and I never drink spirits. I was only drinking spirits, which is very rare for me. But I still really enjoy going out and beers and whatnot, and I will always continue to do that. But that level of drunk, when your head in the toilet puking up black, why was my puke black? Shepherd's pie? I don't know. I had shepherd's pie earlier in the day. Maybe that was it. It was yellow and black.
Right.
And my point is, I don't want to get to that point. But
Okay.
I still want to go out and have fun. So stick to beer.
Okay. Yeah, because
That was bad.
basically, I'm going to Oktoberfest this weekend.
Beer!
And it's a beer festival.
That's gonna be so
right?
fun.
But mate, like, so it's not just drinking cans in a park
Steins.
with different kids. No, it's not just doing like stupid, immature shit.
Like,
It's going,
like drinking with kids.
it's going to an actual like festival
Beer
that's about art, right? Because these beers have been crafted, and they're
Have they been?
no, they are. Mate, there's going to be beers there that's like from. You know, this is people's passions. This is their lives. It's not just a piss up.
Are you wearing a lederhosen?
Do you even?
I
Like,
hope so.
You have
you
to.
even like beer?
But what? No, not particularly. But what I'm saying is that, like, I'm going there. I've been invited by this little Australian group called Bread Gang. Don't know if you know them. And
Like a bread gang.
I'm staying in a tent.
The bread gang.
Mate, that's what they're called.
Are they your mates?
I've never met them in my life.
You're
Right?
going to Germany with a bunch of bread gang Australians.
Yes.
Are they like YouTubers or something?
They are YouTubers, but the friend that I filmed the volcano documentary films for them, and he was like, "Mate, come, it'll be good." So I'm just going by myself and hoping that hoping that it's going to be safe and sound. But ultimately, Malfoy.
I'm just looking at bread gang.
Yeah, they're nice gentlemen that I've never spoken to. But what I'm saying is that, like, I should probably go there and actually have a beer, not because I'm like, oh, let me slip back into old ways.
You're not slipping.
But to experience things. If you constantly shelter yourself from anything that could potentially have detrimental effects, you're actually conditioning yourself to be a wet wipe. Well, you are, bro. No,
That's his science.
mate, no, listen,
I'll be a
bro.
wet wipe.
No, you are, because if you never expose yourself to anything that could potentially make you feel like not perfect,
Yep.
you're not getting that almost exposure therapy to be able to deal with these things. So then when something does come along that is a bit not ideal, your almost armor and conditioning for it is not necessarily there. So yes, I should get on the beers.
Mate, also, I will say, if you did go to Oktoberfest in, where is it, Germany, Munich?
Munich.
Munich, and you didn't drink a beer, you would be class certified wet wipe.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and as well,
Don't let your hair down, pal.
going out there, experiencing like the different exotic elements that may come with it, I think it'll be quite fun because it's people from all over the world.
When you say
Are you
exotic
talking about women in
elements-
lederhosens?
Potentially.
Hopefully they're not wearing that though. I think he's thinking.
Oh, wait. At this point, we should probably, like, obviously I'm single now. So that, not to kill the mood.
Well, we can,
and just not to change the subject, but if we're talking about
Women in lederhosens.
women, I would never obviously talk on this matter in this way.
Yeah.
If I was in a respectful,
Correct.
loving
So-
relationship.
and
should we finish this and we'll come back
Well, I was
to
trying
that,
to ask
but
about-
you've got it in there.
yeah.
You know the Australians,
Yeah.
infamous Australians, the bread gang.
Mate, they're dog cunts. No.
What
No, wait. You know
does
when
that
you
mean?
meet Australians, whenever I've been traveling,
They have mullets.
they're all mental.
They have moustaches
They are
and
a little
mullets.
bit.
They do butt chugs, right? The forfeits and things that they do, it's mental. And it's no wonder. Obviously, that Australia is where England sent all its prisoners. So no wonder they're all fucking mental. It's all just the prisoners, bruv.
What the fuck are you
They're just
saying?
allowed to make their own civilization.
Oh, you're welcome in Australia now, mate.
So they're obviously all mental. They're all just dog cunts.
What's a dog cut?
Dog cunts. Dog cunts. Like shit cunts. You know they use the C word all
You're
the time.
gonna come back and get, "Hey, mate, what?"
I am.
You're Australian. I
where-
actually went on a night out with Australians once.
Yeah, they're fucking mental.
Yeah, they are fucking mental. He downed a bottle of red wine and threw it all up again. One of them was doing a Guinness from a condom.
What?
Yeah, that's what they do. Shoeies on the regular.
No,
you know, just get your shoe.
Yeah,
They'll be doing this if they're at freaking Oktoberfest. Just one of them ones.
Yeah, Shuey, that
Doing
is
A Guinness,
like,
you
that's
pour a
well-known
Guinness in a
thing.
condom.
I don't
and then you go,
understand it. Oh, what? You don't drink it out like the top?
Yeah, no.
Obviously, you have to suck it out.
What the fuck? And they do like arsees as well.
What's an RC?
Like drinking it out of the arse of someone.
Wait, if you're Australian, can you actually confirm?
And also, they
whether
do
this happens or
pass
not?
the shot. So, like, you get in a line. I didn't partake in this, but you get in a line. I didn't. No, I didn't. It felt wrong. Very
Mate,
wrong.
no one said you did.
Trust me, guys. No, I actually didn't. I saw it happen. I said, "You're freaks." Someone puts a shot in their mouth, then you got to like
What, into
you,
another
like,
bloke's
spit it?
mouth?
pass, into another bloke and just pass it along the line.
Would you consider that cheating if you had to pass it into another girl's mouth
Uh,
and you enjoyed
on the
it,
line,
and
yeah.
you felt it in your knob a little bit?
but we let the Australians do that because wait, what do you mean?
I don't know if that.
What? Sorry, what?
Don't you just feel like, because mate, my thing is like touch, right? Oh, fuck.
Right,
Wait,
we're going to
bro
address.
gets touched by a woman and
We're
gets
going to
touched.
address the topic now, I imagine.
What do you mean?
But this is where we're moving.
No,
on.
the touch.
You ejaculated in your pants recently.
No, we all have different love languages, don't we? Mine's definitely touch. Like I feel. Do you feel really no, not with you boys. I don't want to shag you.
No one said you did, mate.
I'm talking about like touch. I feel very sensitive. So even if you're like holding hands, like you feel like it's an entire body experience.
Is this where your like whole like mindset of like she wants to shag me, she wants to shag me?
Well, I don't
It's
do
because
that.
they've given you a handshake.
No.
They could
Wait,
look at-
Lucas
they-
experienced
they-
that firsthand, by the way.
Right, one time.
Wait, what?
But like they could have it where
Wait, what? Are you? Someone shook your hand? You?
no. As in, I did actually. You know, Wella's always like she fancied me.
No, but I-
every girl that ever like it could
I'm
be the
not-
waiter
I'm not
coming.
a wanker. I'm honestly. I know you think
no.
that I am this.
No,
way.
but
It would be.
No,
It would be a
actually
waitress.
not. I'm actually a nice
It would be a
guy.
waitress coming to take his order. So naturally, she looks at you when she's speaking to you.
What do you
and
do?
he'll be like, "Did you see
asked
the
me
way
a
she was looking at
No,
me?"
well, I don't say that, do
That
I?
is exactly
I
what
don't
you
say
said.
that.
You do.
But-
You sit there like this.
Well, I don't.
I'll have a margarita, girl.
No, and he'll lock eyes with her. Always does that. You'll see him. That is what you do.
You do have this weird persona
But-
of like thinking everyone wants to shag you. Also, it's true, isn't it? So,
No, but so this is what he's referring to. I did actually witness it for real
Look, sexual-
recently.
piss off.
No, where even I think I brought it up, didn't I? I think
did, he
it
did.
wasn't
He
even
said
Weller
it.
that brought it up. I said she actually wanted to shag you.
But like,
see it.
when?
Can't go into too much detail.
can't go into too much detail, but ultimately, I think I don't know what the whole point overall is, but
I'm a legend. Everyone fancies me.
sexual energy is healing energy. So I think where I'm a healer, maybe I just
What does that mean?
Just ooze
I don't
sex.
give a, I don't fucking know.
the hell is a healer?
Wait, sexual energy is here. Life force energy
Mate,
is sexual energy.
He's
Oh,
telling-
fucking, I
obviously
don't know
he's
what
telling
about.
the truth. Mate, he's a sex guru. Obviously.
Ah!
The guru.
I'll tell you what, though, I do feel good again now. Because obviously I was very sad for very many weeks. And now I've been like focusing on myself and doing just whatever I feel like I want to do.
You've had like a good 6 weeks to find yourself again.
Yeah, like even though I've got COVID right now,
Do you?
I think I do, but I'm ill. I still just feel like nice and good, and I don't feel sad and stressed out like I was, which I think, yeah, sometimes you've just got to focus on yourself and do you. And I think, yeah, respectfully, I'm going to move on because the geezer that introduced me to Bubblies sent me something else recently,
No, what is wrong with this?
right?
guy?
He obviously works on a boat
With an unnamed.
where you can't really access many real life people. So he got recommended to buy what's called a pocket pussy. Right?
Can we pull one up on screen?
We can pull one. Well, maybe. We might have to blur a few things, but they come in like, you can get like a KFC one, you can get a Shrek one.
What do you mean?
Wait.
Wait, what?
So they're literally like different types of, essentially, imagine like a torch, but it's got a form of vaginal genitalia on.
And
Okay?
does it taste of chicken?
And you would use that to wank himself off. And he's like, apparently everyone on the boat has one. And I just
Shrek
found it
one?
fucking mental.
A Shrek one?
No one had
Yeah,
a
what's-
Shrek one, but he did link me the Shrek one.
I don't understand. What is the Shrek? Was just Shrek's.
It's like, imagine
bum.
if Shrek had a vagina.
Wait, is that what it's for?
People buy them. You just get it off Amazon, bro. You just get a KFC one. So it looks like a KFC bucket, but it's a vagina that you shag. I know, mate. It's fucking mental. And I couldn't believe it. And he's like,
Shagging a
he's
KFC bucket?
He's bought a human one.
You have.
No, not Luke. Not Luke.
Why is
no,
he pointing
no,
at me?
the bubbly guy. And I just thought like that's mental that exists and people actually just like shag
So mental that you bought one
glorified
yourself.
torches.
Yeah,
to
but
shag.
Did you buy one?
I didn't buy one because I don't require that because I have the human race to interact with. But he's on a boat.
The whole human race, by the way.
He's on a boat that's obviously locked away at sea where octopus. I don't know. That's all he really has. That's all he really has
That's the
to
first thing that
access.
comes to your mind, just shagging an octopus.
Well, they've got the suctions.
What? Oh, mate.
They could do
They got
multiple
a
of you at once.
What about like the other people on the boat?
Yeah, that would be my
It
first
gets
thought.
awkward though because imagine if like you could lose your job if it creates an unnecessary atmosphere between the crew. Like this is a very like rich person. Boss is the boss, and he'll get rid of you.
Is this bubbly guy allowed to look the boss in the eye?
No, he has to keep his head down at all times.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's
Mal,
kind of
surely
that.
you've seen one of
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
wait, hang on a second. Does it actually have a torch on it?
It's kind of like a fleshlight.
Wait, that was a mouth.
Yeah, like you have one that has a mouth. That you can have one that has a bum and the other stuff.
How do you know?
Oh my! Wait, that one's got balls.
That one's got bollocks. So
That's
it's
a
like,
bumhole!
So it's like you're shagging a bloke. I know this is all very crude, but I just found it for like purely research and professional purposes. I find it mental that people
So mental.
resort to this sort of thing instead of like actual humans. And like obviously you've got a KFC one.
That I don't understand. That is
You know, and it's like it's like you're shagging a KFC chicken bucket like this. Thomas the Tank Engine one.
mate. That's not normal.
It's not normal, and it really made me think. Wow, everyone's so fucked up. No, it does though, because obviously I would never do that.
I actually sort of am thinking like this mate who did the bubbly.
Yes,
Just like you.
I've shown you the video. Of
No,
him
but it
doing
could actually just be you. Like that's like you talk about all these people, but actually you're just talking about yourself.
I feel like you've had one of them before.
No. I had the sex doll before.
No, yeah, I
that I
remember
kept
that.
under my bed, and it was like my mum found it.
Joe.
Yeah, my mum found it, and it was quite embarrassing.
Yeah, but wasn't that didn't have like a you know how that kind of really replicates like a real vagina?
Yeah, that one wasn't so much that. But I just find it interesting. I think in conjunction with that AI question we had the other day, like if you can really convince yourself, like you can be stimulated in ways that aren't, it's almost like the power of your own mind that's stimulating you via this object. And it just makes you think, how powerful is the mind that it doesn't actually need the real thing to go to that place.
Well, you
can almost
stare at a wall and do it.
Well, you can condition yourself to actually go to that place via something else. And I wonder, yeah.
But a lot of it is also just feeling though. Like, is it not just like you could not think about anything, but is the feeling going to get you to that point?
Okay, well, yeah, you can get that, the physical stimulation of it. No, totally. But it made me think, obviously, I've been doing hypnotherapy and like we have anchors. So like during the hypnotherapy, will like be talked into like a certain feeling and relating it to a time where I felt this feeling, and then do this index finger on my weakest hand to my thumb as I'm feeling that feeling. And it's called an anchor. And then eventually, if you practice doing that and thinking about that feeling, just doing that alone can bring that feeling on. You almost trigger that feeling, that mindset. So my mindset that I'm wanting to achieve is like that I can do this. Like whatever's in front of me, I can do this. And getting to a point where it will just take me doing that, and that feeling almost fills me up.
It's like learn behavior.
Yeah, they say
that's
like
actually
yeah,
interesting.
no, it is actually really interesting. And like the hypnotherapist says, like, yeah, like going into meetings or before I do public speaking, I'll sit there just with that. It's almost like how Andrew Tate does his that one. It's like you almost send a signal that's your brain associates with that physical action, and you can literally make yourself go there.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I remember when I was studying for my exams at uni.
Yeah.
I don't know who told me or where I heard it, but someone was like, if you chew gum while you revise and then chew gum when you sit your exam, you're more likely to remember things that you were
It's
reading
repetition
or
of
trying
doing
to
the
take
same
in.
thing that
Well,
relates
it's the
to things you're learning.
It's the signal. So your brain associates
Yeah.
that revision and those remembering those things that he's looking at with that physical action. I find, yeah. So
But that's why the saying "practice makes perfect" is there.
Yeah, but no,
No, it's true.
It's different.
No,
to
but you say
practice.
this right. Why do you think some players are good at free kicks and some aren't?
what the fuck?
No, but
constantly
that's a
practice
different.
that
It's a
thing.
different.
Not that,
It's a
bruv.
different
what-
concept.
It's association. So your brain could associate if every time I don't know, take my trousers down, you are used to No, that's not a good example.
It's a terrible example.
Every time I pick up this Buxton, I tell myself, I am nice. I am good, right? Then I may start associating when I pick up Buxton bottles with I'm nice and I'm good. It may remind me of like the good things that I want to think about myself. So you get me? You train your brain to associate an action with a feeling.
So when I have a Fanta, a ice cold can of Fanta, I get a happy feeling because at the end of all my bike rides after training, I'd have a cold Fanta because I'm like, I did it.
Yeah. So now every time I
have a Fanta, I'm like, I feel amazing.
Yeah.
So there,
it's like,
I get it.
It's like a song reminding you of something. Like that song reminds you of a feeling, a smell. Oh, this smell reminds me of. It's like your brain is actually doing it all the time, like associating via physical things.
All right. So wait,
you can actually train your brain in very interesting ways.
I'm interested to know how you actually train for that. I feel like a lot of people listening will be like, actually, that is pretty sick.
Yeah.
It's like how
So obviously during the hypnotherapy, so in a very basically meditative state, you've totally relaxed every like muscle in your body. You've been in that state for 15 minutes. Then she'll start talking through that feeling that I want to feel of like, so we associate a color to it. So I associate that feeling of like, I've got this confidence with yellow.
Okay.
Right. So it'd be like my body filling up with that yellow feeling that like I've got this, that confidence. And then she'll start describing a situation that I've told her where I feel that feeling and really take myself there, really visualize it. So I'm literally there, and your brain doesn't know the difference between thoughts and reality. So when you're literally thinking that, you're borderline almost in a REM sleep type, like dream-like state, you're there, you're feeling it. And she says, when you get about like 70% there or 80% towards that feeling, do the motion and just hold it there. So hold this index finger to your thumb and feel it. And it's just, yeah. Okay. Well, it can be that. But middle finger. Sorry, everybody.
It's okay. It's okay.
But yeah, like, and then she's like, maybe like 5 times a day for the next 2 weeks, do 10 seconds of holding that hand signal, closing your eyes and feeling that feeling and go into that place. And then eventually it will get to the point where all you have to do is just do the hand signal.
That's super interesting.
Really super interesting. So give it a go, guys. Let us know how you get on with it. In the comments if you actually relate and have done anything similar.
When you go into this meditative state,
yes.
What like? Are you like present, or like could she be like, when you wake up, you'll think you're a chicken or something?
No, basically, if you shut your eyes and relax every single muscle, so that's even your jaw. So when I'm doing it, I'm literally like mouth open because obviously you've untensed and relaxed all of the muscles in your face and jaw and everything. If you lay there and shut your eyes and she's talking in this soft way and the music's going, your brain won't literally be able to not go into like this, like almost, meditative state that's like REM sleep, like as you're starting to dream, as just the initial starting points of falling asleep. Like your brain, you just won't not be able to.
So it is like that. Does it feel like you're falling asleep?
Yeah, it's like you're going there, but you're still conscious, but you're like...
You're there, but you're also...
Yeah.
But it's not like that sort of like Darren Brown sort of hypnosis.
No, not at all. It's just basically like you're there, totally relaxed, and we're talking through certain things and feelings.
But are you there talking through certain feelings like... and then like you're answering as well? Is it more answering in your head?
No, I'm not answering.
So she's telling you...
It's almost like switching off so the part of the brain, your conscious mind, and go basically talking to your subconscious mind.
Yeah, makes sense.
So your conscious mind, which is you actively thinking, actively doing stuff.
Yeah.
You're now not actively doing anything. So it's your subconscious mind, which is where all like your brain sorts out, should I hold on to this information for like survival or should I get rid of it? Like your REM sleep.
That
happens in your, obviously that intellectual subconscious mind. And your brain sorts through everything. So it's almost going into that part of the brain that sorts through everything and almost like telling, like actively, like she's doing it. I don't quite know how it all works, but I definitely notice a difference.
That's sick.
She actually knows like what the issues that he's facing anyway. So it's not like she needs to dig into those while...
And as well, it's like, it's not actually like she's bringing up specific, like, oh, let's address your ability to sleep next to someone or address this control issue you have. It's more of just like, she's talking through how I want to like feel and how I want to be, like what is almost solution based
Rather than
things.
talking about an issue, it's more like
Yeah,
talking
it's like
about
your
a solution.
focus is on how you want to feel. That I've got this, that confidence, that being free, that
Yeah.
authentic self, and it almost like what your mind is focusing on is what it
That's really cool.
does. But anyways, yeah, like she's the expert. I'll let her maybe come on one day and explain it.
Wait, we actually had an email from, I'm pretty sure it was a hypnotherapist, like
Mm.
another one, who was saying they'd like to come on.
Yeah. Well, maybe. I think we should get people on of all kinds. We've got a psychic coming on very soon by the name of Sally Morgan. Obviously, people have their opinions on like that sort of stuff.
Mate.
I will be totally honest and open. Believing Bruce, who we've had on the podcast, said that he's seen her live and was like, mate, she was like clawing at, what the crowd. She was saying names until someone basically said, yep, I know someone with that name. And then sort of just went with it, just clawing at something rather than it seeming like, oh, wait, she's actually got through here. And I'm going to come with an open mind. I'm not going to come in and just like shoot her
You're
down.
not at all.
But I think we should just make a point, boys, of not like just going, oh, yeah, and being yes men, but actually challenge her.
100%.
But if it does
I
seem
will
dodgy,
come in. I'm open to listen to people. I am
not.
so no, I am. Because otherwise, I think it's rude. If that's their profession, and you sit there like
You're
mocking-
telling me you're not going to laugh once.
no, because I want to be amazed. I want this woman to psychic me.
What I will say is on the flip side,
Yeah.
I heard like my mum loves her.
Yeah.
And she's said that like she's been to see her like a good few times and she was amazing. Now, I also understand that I do feel like men and women look at these sort of things differently. But we did also speak to someone here, I can't remember who it was, who had spoken to her and said that like she was mad.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, spoke to her in a personal
I think
setting.
it would be interesting to
I think it's super interesting.
to bring someone in for her to analyze rather than just like us boys who she could research on Google.
Yeah, but
we,
could she
bring
can't...
Hussein on, our show producer, and just be like, right, what's he up to, mate? Rather than us that she could like.
It probably doesn't work in the sense of where like she goes there and knocks on someone's door and be like, oh, by the way, I'm with Joe. Like, can you have a chat with him? Don't people just like come to her?
Yeah, I don't know how.
She's
it works,
psychic.
but-
Who would you want to hear from?
I want Darren Brown. I want to be like.
No, I meant like if she's here, who
Like,
would you
your
want?
dead cat.
I want to do it to me. I want her to do it on me.
No, I know, but like, who would you want her to like connect to?
I don't know. I don't care.
Well, like, have you got
That's up to her. She's got to figure it out.
have you got a dead? Oh, I don't want to reveal it, but
Yeah,
like
a lot.
a dead granddad or
Yeah, of course, yeah. But like, the point is, you're not meant to tell her.
No, I know, but
She's meant to know.
well, I don't think it's a case of like she doesn't know everything.
Well, I'm intrigued. I'm really excited for this episode. I'm so excited. I want to feel amazed.
Yeah.
But that's like the Darren Brown thing. I would love him to come on the show because when you watch it on TV and you say, "Come on,"
Yeah, I'd like to see.
I want to be the one that experiences getting turned into a carrot, or like, do you know what I mean? Like where you
turn into a cat. What do you mean? I
not like that.
I think there's
but like, you know how he makes people like change their accent,
yeah,
and like become complete. And he says like, and you can't talk like gibberish. Like, blah, blah, blah.
you
Yeah,
can't talk.
You can't talk.
Darren
Yeah,
Brown would be a great one if we can get him on. If you know him, if he's your dad or something, fucking get him on, mate. I think that'd be a quality one. But yeah, I think there's things like reptilian people.
What
you think?
No. I just think like there's people of all kinds that maybe are like maybe even extraterrestrials on this earth. If there's anyone watching that believes that they are an extraterrestrial
No, but
or
that's just-
not
that's
fully
just-
human, I think it would be worth delving into these different types of people that may actually have these certain powers.
No, they don't. Some of them are just like mentally unwell.
Maybe.
Someone that thinks
They just said
that-
he believes in reptile people.
No, maybe.
No.
Mate, but there's the conspiracies, isn't it? That like they're like even the royal family, like, and I don't know if you've seen it. Well, you probably haven't seen it all, but to get someone like on who has researched all of these different things.
Wait, is it? No. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to say his name. Otherwise,
Okay, we're gonna have to bleep.
you have to
that
bleep
then,
his
or else
name. You
we
have to
get-
bleep that name. Legit, if you say his name, your whole show goes off the face of the planet.
Yeah,
What?
because
That can't be
he
true.
tries to reveal all the conspiracy secrets, and I'm like, well, why are they trying to shut him down so much if they don't exist? And,
You actually have to bleep
you know,
that name. By
it's
the way,
like in Hollywood where you have like these
Reptiles.
humiliation rituals,
yeah.
right, that people do in order to get to the success, and it's like subliminally in their music videos and stuff of like this devil worship and whatnot.
oh,
And-
like a Travis Scott performance.
yeah, like stuff like that. Like, and people even think that, the bubbly video that I did and all that and talking about that is one big humiliation ritual.
Yeah, but like also for
Wait,
what?
What do you mean? Like,
what have you achieved off the back of
Explain yourself.
As in, like, and people were thinking that, like, all right, if I do this humiliating thing, this ritual, that then it's a way for me to like get my career back and get like successful again. Like I've sold myself to the devil, sort of thing.
Yeah, that'll do great for you, mate.
And it's like
piss in your own mouth.
secretly, like we're all just
The Illuminati.
And like people like, it doesn't even look like Joe anymore. He's definitely sold himself to. He sold his soul.
Maybe you're
To
a
who?
reptilian.
Fucking.
I don't know.
This is the thing. I
Like,
don't
quick
understand
fit.
where they come from. Like, surely it's all such a conspiracy. What are the odds that every single person in Hollywood has gone through these rituals and there's something about
I think, but like, you know
there's
that.
been like a thing of like eating dead.
You know all that shit. You know all that shit of like everyone's like the Illuminati and like all these celebrities have had to like sell a goat to the high heavens and shit like that. Like, shut up. They're fucking normal people, mate.
No,
Like,
but I don't-
no.
I
This is
think
my
there is
prime
some of that
example.
bollocks, mate.
My
There's
prime
enough
example is you.
stories.
Prime,
What do you mean me?
for example, these people looking at you through the screen, thinking you've sold yourself to the devil because you've done a bubbly. All right.
Yeah, but it's a difference between that and actual Hollywood, mate, where there's, I mean, the amount and countless stories of like the pedo shit and
No,
all
I
that.
don't agree with that. I don't like that. That's not what I'm talking
No one said
about.
you liked it, mate.
No, but my point is like, come on, like they're having like these rituals, like worshiping the
Yeah,
Illuminati
like
and the
Bohemian
devil.
Grove, like people, you know, going and doing these things. Mate, the thing is, there's enough stories of people coming forward for there to actually be some bones within that.
But surely these are just like normal
and
humans
also-
that went to school.
How do you know they're not bullshit?
Well, that's, you can say about anything.
Like
How do you know it's not
Brad
bullshit
Pitt,
to
right?
anything?
He was a kid once in his life that went to school and became an actor.
Brilliant, but look at this P. Diddy stuff coming out. Like the amount of people that have been pictured to be
that's completely
in his
different.
parties, the Epstein stuff, the amount of people that have been to his island.
That's different.
How is it different? It's like,
That's fucking pedos, mate.
That is different.
That's fucking pedos.
It's
We're
not a
talking about
humiliation ritual.
worshipping the Illuminati through rituals on the wall. Fuck me.
I don't know. I just think like if we looked into it enough, I think there's enough things that could suggest that there are higher powers than what we know and think of that are actually almost puppeteering the world. And in order to be accepted and given certain things, maybe there's some rituals and sacrificial things that maybe you have to do in order
Sacrifice
to
a
get
lamb,
there.
become a
Alright.
Hollywood star.
All right, yeah. So that's my point. Do you think that you could ever make it to Hollywood without doing something like that?
Yeah, but as in, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think we're now talking in territory where I don't know if the only way in is to do certain things like that.
There are definitely some dodgy stuff in terms of like paedophilia and that sort of stuff. I don't.
No, I mean,
that's
the-
true.
the
But I'm
pedo
talking
thing
about
is
like the
legit,
worshipping
like,
the Illuminati is kind of mad. I think because like come on,
What is it?
like come on.
Yeah, but you rubbish everything. It's like I was going for a dog walk recently, and I
Saw a triangle in the
started
trees.
going for a wee on a tree, right?
And you saw the
And
Illuminati
then I
sign.
started hugging the tree,
What, the tree that you just pissed on?
Yeah, but we know you're a tree hugger.
and I felt something, right? I felt bruv,
grinding
every-
against the tree.
This is classic. Like everyone's going to think I'm mental,
Yeah.
but hugging the
Shagging
tree,
a tree, mate.
made me feel grounding, right? It made me actually feel like, ah. And they say, you know, on this topic that I was mentioning earlier about touch, right? Is it that you can...
Sorry. What? He's on a dog. Can you imagine? You're walking past him, hugging a tree.
No, but it was when I was...
love you.
No,
the thing is, though, the comments are going to
fuck's
call
sake.
you the mental
No,
one.
because grounding is a real thing
Yeah,
because
and
you
it
get
is.
the energy from the ground. But mate, you're fucking hugging a tree.
Yeah, mate,
on your own.
when I walk through the forest, I do feel like the trees are my friends.
Why would you piss on it then?
So,
You
because then
disrespect
I went for a wee, but then I did think, oh yeah, tree hugging's a thing. Because mate, it was when I was like going through my breakup and all that. And by the way, like we did try to film an episode last week, and it like I was in a rough spot, broke down tears. Do we show a clip from that, or do we?
I don't think I
not?
upload that.
No,
Oh,
we can show a clip just for reference that
Oh.
we tried to film last week. Okay, maybe we'll show that clip right now.
Of Theo hugging you.
Yeah, just here he is, Theo hugging me.
The tree.
And yeah, it was all a bit hard. So I was sort of going through this difficult time. I'm going through the forest, and obviously I remember people saying that, like, oh yeah, tree hugging is a thing that can help you feel more like grounded and balanced. So I thought I'd give it a go.
You're not
right?
you're not giving it a
And
go
I
though.
felt something.
You've told us this in the past that you do it regularly,
I don't do it regularly. I stopped doing it for a bit.
but you did for a while.
And all I'm saying is that people can feel silly and ridiculous trying these things, yet you give it a go, you hug the tree, right?
Because you felt
Maybe
bad
give
for
it a
piss.
kiss.
You felt bad for the tree because you
I
pissed
kissed
on
it
it.
one time.
You kissed the tree.
No, I didn't kiss it. I might
You
do that
pissed
next
on a
time.
tree. You felt bad for Mother Nature, and you said, "Oh,
Yes, I give the hug, and it made me feel like, you know what? Yeah, we should try these different things.
And what's your dog doing? Just looking at you like, fucking hell.
No, my dog does this thing where if I go for a wee on a tree, the dog also wees on the tree.
There's no way that happens.
No, because it's like we're part of the same pack. So like it will, he will, then they will. They will wee on the tree as almost like a ritual of like we're part of the same pack, so we're both leaving our scent on the tree.
Mate, we fucking lost
Where
it.
have we got
we fully lost
He goes on dog walks and like wheezes where his dog wees and then hugs the tree.
But should
and I bet you lift one leg up as well, don't you?
Malfoy,
No,
I'll tell you what though.
Wait.
The tides are shifting because do you remember when we used to speak about this shit back in the day? Comments would be Weller is crackers, like all of that. Genuinely, they're split now. Some people are calling us.
No,
like,
you are. You're the stiff idiots.
Yeah,
mate.
apparently
Everyone sees it.
we're the ones in the wrong a lot of the time.
I do-
and we should listen to him.
I do realise that I play like I know like this whole thing of me being like categorically mental, right, is a thing, and I understand that. Which camera are we at? Hello. I understand that it can seem that way, but I do play up to it a little bit, whilst also at the same time like thoroughly believing every single thing I say. Right, I do actually believe it, and I just think, yeah, it could be worth you guys opening yourself to things that you may think are ridiculous, and actually the audience who are probably doing that themselves know the benefits and see that it can be enjoyable.
I will do this
and
for you.
therefore, things like taking your shoes off and walking on the earth.
That's different.
Right? Grounding.
That's scientifically
hugging
proven.
the tree. I went and filmed a BBC show like 4 years ago, and one of the main things that they were prescribing for these kids that was for their mental health was hugging trees, and we all did it then. And I'm like, if this is like a BBC like legitimate program and they're talking about it, I'm like, it's not so ridiculous.
No,
And
but
I just think like
Oh yeah, because if the BBC have done it, it must be legit.
I will say this though, like grounding is real, right? I do believe in grounding. I don't personally do it because I can't be asked, but it's like it is good, right?
Yeah.
And I understand that hugging a tree might feel nice. It's just the thought of walking in the
silly,
forest
mate.
and seeing you hugging a tree whilst you and
know
your
what that
dog
is?
wee on the tree
No.
together like a pack of
You know what it
wolves.
is? It's where you actually need to get up to a point where you don't give a fuck.
No, I know I don't care.
Right?
But I can't
But
help but
that's
think
you
you
giving
hugging a
fuck.
tree is quite a
You
funny
need to
sight.
almost, I feel like, get to a point when you can almost do anything and know that this doesn't, whatever anyone thinks about this, of their opinion, doesn't affect me because I know what I actually am.
No, I know, I'm proud.
Right?
I'm proud.
And so,
It's a gaslighter.
no, I just think, mate, that's what I've been learning.
No, I just wish I could have seen you hugging the tree and going for a wee on it.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh, you know what? It's almost like being able to go. That's why going to these, like a festival and dancing and letting myself go without even drinking. Some people are there needing to do loads of gear, loads of Mandy, and still look like they're having a bad time. And it's almost like they're using the festival as an excuse to get off their head. And I was like, you know what? One thing I am slightly proud of myself of here is that I'm at a point where I don't care if I look silly doing my silly dance moves. I'm going to have some fun and do what I feel like I want to do in this moment. And I think if we can all do that and not feel judged, even though some people may be projecting themselves, the fact that they're actually judging themselves a lot and they're putting it onto you and not actually taking that in and saying, I'm going to do this.
I think it's a superpower to go on a night out and dance sober. I think it's fucking
No, that
fantastic.
genuinely is a
I
superpower.
genuinely say that's a natural that's a human superpower.
But you can dance sober, can't you? Do it now. Yeah, see? Like, it feels, let's all just have a dance. Well, this is quite good. Everyone do it at home right now. Everyone can just... You're all doing it, aren't you? See?
Fucking stiff idiot.
You're a stiff idiot. Would you say you're a stiff idiot?
Like, go on, Luke.
I don't know what stiff idiot
Luke,
means.
No,
dance,
just a bit of a stiff
dance,
Look at your body
dance,
language.
dance,
You
dance.
are locked in. That's a protective barrier.
Yeah.
I think that's why subconsciously I constantly wear a vest.
What? As what?
Or
It's like a
you got
massive
fucking
cock.
tattoos.
Oh, no,
How else
because...
would anyone see your tattoos?
Because I feel more free.
You've always worn a vest.
No, but I
Go
would-
back to, like, year 10,
Okay, so this.
you
But
wore
would
a
you
vest.
say what you wear impacts how you actually feel in your authentic expression of self?
What the fuck does that mean?
As in,
You guys
if I'm-
mocked me this morning.
Look, what
you
you-
said to me, how
What?
the fuck do you have a girlfriend? Thank God
I
you've
didn't
got
say that, Luke
That's what
said
you
it.
both said. Because
Luke
Wait,
said it.
show,
'Cause I'm
show them.
wearing-
Put your leg up on the table.
Show what you're wearing.
You're wearing like compression
He's-
yeah,
tights.
he's
hang on.
wearing-
You're hugging a tree because you think it gives you powers. I'm using scientific leggings, which is compression. All right, it's compression
You wear your mum's leggings.
It's compression leggings, which helps reduce inflammation and in turn increase healing. It's fucking science. Sorry, I'm not a tree hugger or a stiff idiot who can't dance.
Okay, you're better than us.
Thank you.
But what I'm saying is that, like, do you think what you wear and how you present yourself impacts how you feel?
Of course it does.
Yeah, what
So
you
it's
wear.
like, if I do notice, right, when I wear a vest, yes, I may look like the IB for final boss. Some may argue I look like a cock, right? But ultimately, I would say I feel very free when wearing a vest.
Liberated.
And even though some people may judge me, I am going to do it, Malfoy.
Do you remember when he went through that phase where he started dressing like really smart?
To be fair,
Dress smart, feel smart.
That's what you
If I wake up, every day and put a suit on at home, I'm going to be productive.
turn up for Wafflin, you'd be wearing like a little shirt and
yeah,
smart
well, I
trousers.
moved to London, didn't I? In like West London, where it's a little bit more bougie.
You're finance, bro.
And it made me
Fucking
feel
YouTuber.
It made me feel like maybe I want to dress more like a man, because I was dressing
A man?
not like
See,
a
men only wear suits.
No, I didn't dress like a lady before that.
No one said you did.
But what I did do
Dodgy
is
territory here, mate.
is dress like a little boy, right? You're dressed like a little boy, mate.
What?
You
You'd
wear-
like that, wouldn't you, fucking dirty pedo?
You could. It's easy to just dress like we did when we were 13, right? And yes, that comes under the bracket of like, who gives a fuck?
Who wears
but at the same
sports shorts and a
time,
hoodie?
I moved to London and I was wanting to almost feel like more of a grown up. So
No,
I
'cause
think,
you were doing
so
it at home
obviously
as well.
I was wearing things like shirts,
but-
maybe a Ralph Lauren.
Actually, do you not
That
think
you always.
maybe?
That's the only shirt.
Luke, do you not think though he was doing that because he thought, oh, I could fit in. This isn't me.
Yeah, conformity.
Yeah, it was
Conformity, that can
literally
be a
that.
thing.
But now you found yourself.
Well, that's the thing. That's why now I just feel like I want to wear what actually feels right, and maybe
why you
that
let your
might be
hair
a
grow
shirt
out.
one day. And no, I feel like partly I let my hair grow out because it's not got the thickness to be able to do what I used to do with it. So now I just sort of grow it out.
the
And
thickest hair I've ever seen.
no, I just
What about yours?
you got thick hair, Malfoy.
I actually do have really thick hair.
What would you say, boys, is your like coping mechanisms? I was thinking about this the other day. I know, like, in the podcast we tried to film last week where I ended up crying loads, we did actually touch on this. But it's in, like, you know, like for when I'm scared or feeling awkward or not feeling 100%, my go-to is to act like a weirdo, right? And yeah. Right?
Oh, I know what I do.
Some people would comment. I actually saw comments being like, Joe's just gone weird now and acting like he's high all the time. It's really uncomfortable to watch. But really, that was me just doing my coping mechanism to cover the pain I was feeling and stress of obviously, yes, my breakup, but also, yeah, like things going on at home. And I just wanted to know, like, what your coping
I know
mechanisms
exactly what I
are.
do. So I went to an event this week and I felt really awkward there because it was like it was a very intimate event. I really
Like
enjoyed the
wanking
event.
everyone off.
But earlier this week, and I noticed that even though I was having a good time and whatnot, what I do when I'm feeling very awkward in social situations, I always like play with my nails. So I do a very like good routine. Basically, I find the nail which is the sharpest, and I put it under the other nails. Try it.
What? What? Like?
So you're digging in.
What, you twiddle your thumbs?
No, you take a nail. So this is the digger.
What
all right.
the fuck is
So you
this?
put it under that one and press in.
Right, so it's almost like an anchor. You know the anchor we were talking about earlier? Maybe that's a form of that.
There you go. Look,
You-
I do this.
But so that's your... So
It feels good.
for general life...
It feels good though.
So say if right now you were feeling a bit fucked, what do you reckon there'd be things that you were doing?
Probably just this.
No, but not just like wanking your own fingers off.
Oh, look at you. Look at you. Judging.
I'm not judging you.
Diminishing
I'm
my coping
no,
mechanism.
You might
I wasn't
try to
very
have a wank with
open-minded
your
of you,
middle
mate.
finger.
That's not what I'm saying.
But what I'm
Look
getting...
at you.
No, I'm not judgmental.
Oh, I'm never going to open up again.
No. I'm just asking, as in, like, would you find that you... So this, right? So if I'm feeling really unconfident, I might compensate for that for coming across really arrogant. Like, I almost overdo trying to come across confident that it comes across in arrogance. And really, actually, I seem more small dick energy than
I'm the opposite.
than ever.
No, I just like shy away and don't talk and go
Oh, I see.
act really awkward. I can be so awkward, it's crazy.
No, we
And
know.
You guys experienced it.
But as in, like, you formed this ability to be almost like the alpha of a room now.
You actually have.
And I wonder if that is derived from coping mechanisms that actually ended up becoming your personality.
I actually spoke about this on Proddy's podcast, because I basically said you are a completely different person to who you were at school. And I think YouTube has been a big part of that. You can back me here. Like,
Well, yeah,
Theo
yeah,
is-
like now.
I look
you're
back
not-
at school, like I was quite cool, I was good at football.
No, you're quite like
but
scared and
like, what I'm
timid.
saying-
Bit
Was
of a
I
geek.
scared and timid?
what I think I'm getting at
Was I?
No,
is,
but like now you are like you can command a room, and that's what I said. I like
yeah, you can command a room, and even like being able to play off if you did do something that was a bit silly or embarrassing. Well, fucking humiliating. No. If
Remember
you did,
how red you used to go?
you would actually feel like embarrassed. Whereas now you can play with that embarrassment through your coping mechanisms of almost playing into. You play up to your like being Theo Baker.
But is that not just like I'm now 15 years older,
Nah, I
more
think-
confidence,
yeah,
adult.
more confidence.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just growing up a bit.
But not
Like,
every, not everyone gets that.
Like, if you go back to pick like a random person who went to our school, right, and then look at them now, they'll be completely different.
No,
They'll be like a full-on adult and like confident.
100%, but that's not necessarily like a byproduct of growing up. Like I feel like you've actively become this sort of person that is very confident, and you can sit there and command a room. And like I just think you're so different to what you were at school, and I think like I'm probably less different. I think you're also less. You're
the same guy?
very, very similar to what we were at school.
Really?
I feel like that we've grown up along the way, but I feel like personality traits have remained the same, whereas yours are really different.
I also just can't really remember.
Fair play.
So it's quite hard for me to like look back at things, which is really quite sad actually. That's why I take photos of everything. If you look at my phone, I've got like 120,000 photos and videos.
Really? I've got such good memory of school and stuff.
Yeah, like I'll be
real.
Fucking real.
I'll be fucking real.
I'll be fucking real.
Don't
right
want
now,
a bingo.
Like, there is, there is like out and out an evident thing that I do love
Older women.
feminine energy.
Fuck are you talking
What
about?
does that mean?
Like, no. Okay, let's.
That was so uncomfortable,
No,
mate.
no,
That
no.
was
Maybe I need to just like allow it a little bit because you learn things about yourself all the time, right? And I need to be respectful to an extent at the moment because,
It's been weeks.
Oh, is it been,
Years.
it's been weeks?
It's been weeks, yeah.
I don't know. I'll speak about it more openly.
Octoberfest.
Maybe a few more weeks and stuff will go on.
Well, look, mate,
But-
you've got Oktoberfest, all right? And that's all you need to concentrate on right now. Beers. Bitches.
No, because the thing is, I don't want this misconception.
That was something.
I don't want this misconception. I'm a slag.
I never want to watch that back.
Mate, you are the top guy. Do you?
That was the worst thing I think I might have ever
No, but
said.
you really respect women though, so that's fine.
No, I do, but that was comedic.
I just definitely. Wait, what about this? Let me know if you relate.
Booze.
Let me know if you
sorry.
relate to this.
Fuck. Shut up, Theo.
Right. Do you relate to this of like your life being predetermined, i.e., if you've got everything planned out, you just know what's coming,
No.
right? Right? But when there's almost like there's not all these things locked in and situations like predetermined, whether that be relationships or like knowing what your job's going to be for the next 10 years or almost that security of knowing the future, it almost brings this like wonder and excitement of what might come. And I would say that like I feel that having that almost not knowing what's coming is really exciting.
Oh,
do you almost prefer having the security of knowing what's coming, being in a situation that you know is like permanent?
Are we talking
That's
about?
a whole lot of words. And
What did it not make any sense?
No, but
Okay, so I think-
this is coming from an overthinker, right? So
I'm not. I'm just a good guy.
I just have like no fucking just.
You don't think?
I don't think really. So I'm just like the whole like planning, not planning, having security, having not security.
It's no different.
It makes no difference to me because
You're like basically the opposite of me, right?
Yeah, I kind of get Theo's point. Is you're thinking too like this like overthinking is actually making you like too rigid.
What are you on about? I'm saying like having that thing of like
Yeah, but you're
having nothing locked in.
Yeah, but rather than just thinking about doing whatever feels right,
What in the
you're
moment?
thinking, oh, should I be locked in or should I be free?
don't think at
No.
all.
Why is it not just like, yeah, do whatever is right at the time? So like, because I assume
Some things are locked in,
that's-
some things
no,
not.
but I assume here you're looking at like a relationship and like you always point out this like security thing. For me, like the relationship that I'm in isn't about security at all. It's just where I want to be. It's not about like being free and what's around the corner, or having this security blanket. It's just about actually just doing what I want.
Yeah.
Like that is me doing what I want.
Knowledge bomb there.
Yeah. I don't know. But you made an observation about me of where you think I'm just this guy that's not designed to ever be in a relationship.
Yeah, because I said you're married to the game, and I think
What's the game, Luke? Flips. Flips.
You like going out, making new connections with different girls.
Not different girls. No, I'm actually not a bugger.
What does that?
You're a cheeky bagger, though.
No,
Right? No,
but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And my point is like, I've always said on this podcast openly as well, I don't think monogamy is natural. I'm not in the position that I'm in with Ruth because I feel like I have to be there. It's a choice. Like I actively want to be there. And if that ever changed, she knows that I wouldn't be with her. And I hope to think if it ever changed for her, she wouldn't be with me.
Yeah.
If what you like to do is meeting new people on the regular because you like that.
I don't want to just be this slag, by the way.
No one's saying you are. It's
I'm not
more
even
about
sa-
that.
I'm
It's
not
about
even saying
creating
you-
connections between human race.
Yeah, I'm not saying
beings.
you have to take them back and
Okay,
do whatever
okay,
you do with them. I'm just saying, if that's what you get like a thrill off in life, and like that's actually what fulfills you, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I think that's the thing where I accidentally like vilify myself for almost just enjoying creating new connections. And in an ideal world, I'd constantly be going around just making new connections, not it where it's like connections that now you own each other and now you're absolutely like, that's it. Now your whole entire existence depends on each other, but more of like, you're an individual and you're an individual. You may have this time together. Now you may do this and may do that. And then nothing's this now like, right, we're locked in.
Mate,
But I'm like, well, yeah, but back in cavemen times, go on, give it to me.
Back in caveman times, right?
Yes.
The concept of a relationship and a boyfriend and girlfriend didn't exist.
I know. You
Okay,
just get your knob out.
You would, and no, and
Wait, it would
my
already be out.
No, but my point is that say the lone wolf over here is a hunter-gatherer looking for different things to eat and survive. He would bump into a human. He would bump into another human. You'd keep making different connections with different people. The form of relationships doesn't exist in this man's mind.
It is
Yeah, but I do like the idea of as well of as caring for someone and having that person.
You can have that. You can
but at
do
the same
that.
time, like, yeah, it just makes me think of like how much of it is conditioning from when we're young, like seeing films of like this perfect monogamous relationship and being like, that is what is the most happiest, fulfilling thing for everybody. When in reality, I wonder if we were brought up maybe in different cultures. Say, for example, and this is not what I'm suggesting to do for myself at all, but in like certain faiths, it's like 5 wives, right?
Yeah.
And that's not because, oh yeah, this person's just a slag. It's more of just like, that's the culture, right? It's just like, that's the culture, right? It's like Andy Volcano. Andy Volcano.
Who the fuck is Andy
Andy Volcano? Get a picture of him up right now.
Surely
He's
you've watched the Volcano
from my
documentary.
Volcano documentary, right? Andy Volcano was like, I have 4 wives, right? And he would just be like, yeah, that's just how it is. In our culture, you have...
Why did he say it like that?
Because that's how he says it in the rap that we made with him.
Oh,
I have 4 wives, right? So Andy Volcano. We don't have to go into it too deep. I mean, look at the Volcano Tuggies, the rap that we made. Anyways, wait. The bottom line of what I'm saying is this man, Andy Volcano, had 4 wives, and he was like, mate, that's just the game out here. And because people, like men and women, were just used to that from birth, that's what they were used to. So it's not like, oh, you owe loyalty to me. And I would never be disloyal, by the way, if I was in a committed relationship. That's not what I'm getting at. But what I'm saying is that, like, that loyalty... What am I getting at? What I'm saying is that, like, they're used to that from birth,
I get what you're
having
saying.
multiple wives. If
You need
just basically... If whatever you're conditioned to from birth as the norm is what you think is the norm, how much of it...
You need to recondition your brain into thinking to itself that it's okay to be free.
and you know what? This actually ties, like, this kind of brings the pod full circle, right? Because it comes back to that first point of where you won't go out drinking because, oh, it's bad, it's frowned upon, it's going to make me look a certain way or feel a certain way. You don't do certain things. You won't treat yourself to a Mackey's because, oh, it'll make me feel bad.
Yeah.
It's all just things that we're like taking in externally. And it's like, well, why don't you just do like what you want to do? What feels right to you?
Well, there is an element of that of like, oh my God, I feel like a bad person if I was to admit that I enjoy getting to know different types of people in different situations.
Men
I feel
and
like
women.
I'd feel judged. I'd feel not men. What do you mean? Oh, men and women. not in a dodgy way, but as in
No,
like
just like you get to know new friends.
and new friends.
experiencing different people. I would think that, oh yeah, maybe I'm a bad person for coming across in that way, or yeah, if I give in and have a cup of coffee, that I might, oh, I've let myself go, I'm a bad person. And in reality, there is an element of you just need to, if everyone just does what they want to do, the world would probably be a much more enjoyable place, so long as it's not at the sacrifice of anybody else.
Yes, correct.
I love you.
And all you got to do is walk down Hackney High Street and see all the free spirits out there, spinning in circles and
Their
whatnot.
box.
What did he say?
No, I don't know.
Munch their bot. Is that what you said?
Oh, that's vile, but it's a phrase that Elliot keeps saying. Like, he just asks people, do you munch box? And I'm like, mate, you can't just ask people that.
How old are you?
I know, it's fucking ridiculous. I don't say it, but
I was just trying to tell you it's okay to be a free spirit because there's many free spirits about.
yeah. No, I was just going to tie it in to like the balanced diet thing. Obviously, I've for years just promoted. I cut all carbs out whenever I'm cutting weight. And I just wanted to say for the people that maybe have ever asked about diet stuff, like having a balanced diet has allowed me to. Oh no, this is
Fucking no shit, Sherlock, mate. Fuck me.
I feel like there's certain things that I've definitely learned that I should have learned years ago.
What do you think we've been telling you for the last 5 years? Eat a balanced diet.
Yeah,
Everything
it allows
in balance
all your
is good.
hormones to operate.
Yeah.
It means your sleep will be better because
Exactly.
the hormones are getting made for that. Your sexual performance will be better. Your confidence, all these things get regulated with balance. And even things like eating a bad meal or whatever, even though on the surface it's like bad for your organs, the actual like serotonin and good things that come with enjoyment and doing things that are maybe a little bit letting your hair down.
Great example,
good.
right? On Tuesday, I was out in the freezing cold rain for 3 hours filming football. I was soaked to the core. I was shivering.
But is that I was with you?
No, on Tuesday I felt different shit. I was like brr, shivering, really cold, right? Then I had pitch I didn't even. I had a long day. What did I do when I get to the office?
Kiss everyone.
Domino's.
Went to a burger spot, got a double cheese with spicy caramelized onion, paprika chips, and ate a big pack of Oreos.
Yes!
Double cream, whole packet.
That's fucking
And I
mental.
felt class.
Legitimate. I will say as well, right, adding onto that, actually no, because then I'm bringing up myself and I don't want to keep doing that.
So this is
because watching the pod,
No, but you don't often do that.
I do it all the time.
What?
This thing of like main character syndrome.
You know
where
how you asked me about my story at the start of the show and we started talking about your story?
Wait,
Yeah,
I didn't
but
notice.
I do that all the time, and like everyone seems to notice it now, and I'm noticing it. That I just somehow always end up talking about myself.
No, but it's
and
okay,
it's like I've got roaring main character syndrome.
No, but that's absolutely fine because at the end of the day, a podcast is for talking. What you can do is sit here in silence, be a little like silent guy.
I did also say this on the train up. Wafflin has been built upon you saying something and us taking the piss out of you.
I mean, yeah, in ways that is the case.
That is the foundations of this podcast.
That is the foundations.
Well, guys,
All right then, guys. Oh wait, did you want to do the outro?
it's okay.
We can talk about you
do
and
it.
your.
Do it.
Well
Just
then,
remember-
guys,
Okay.
make sure you email us at theboys.com/wafflin. What is it? Fuck.
Go on up. Give it another go.
Make sure you email us, guys, at theboys@wafflin.com.
.com.
.co.
It says it.
Make sure you email us. What topics? Guys, at theboys@wafflin.co.
That's like what you like questions or anything like that you want. You remain anonymous.
Dilemmas.
How can they follow us on social
Yeah,
media?
you just click follow. It's quite easy.
And what
Takes
should they
1 second.
what should they do at the end of the video?
You should like it and then you should subscribe because we're getting to 1 million subscribers.
Yes.
1
we
million
are.
subscribers. We
Should've said
really
that
want
at
to
the
get
start.
to that as soon as possible.
Yeah, we
And
should've
like,
said that
I
at
just
the
want to
start.
say, like, on a level, like, I do actually love you. Like, you watching, looking at me in the eyes right now. I love you with my whole heart.
You're such a
And I will see you in the next episode. Peace.
Bye.